Hey, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio, back in the studio with another cool video. Today we're going to test out the Interface Electronics Series 100 mixer on drums. If you missed the last video about this mixer and all the close-ups, you can check that out. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. But today, let me show you how I've got this set up. I'm going to be recording drums using the preamps on the Interface Electronics Series 100 on kick, snare, and toms. I'm going to use the RTX Telex mic preamps that I have because they also have Bayer mic input transformers like the Interface Electronics Series 100. The Series 100 does not have phantom power, so I'm going to use the RTS preamps on the overhead mics that need phantom power, and I'm going to use the preamps on the Interface Electronics Series 100 for kick, snare, and I'm going to submix toms to 2 tracks and send all of that to the DAW to record some drums and hear what this thing sounds like. Let's check out the setup and then I'm going to record the drums. I've connected 5 drum mics to the mic preamps on this Series 100 Interface Electronics mixer, kick, snare, and then first rack tom, second rack tom, and floor tom. So if you look up at the top, I have the kick drum assigned to, it's number 1 on this mixer. They call it track. It's like a subgroup, so it's assigned to 1, and this is the pan control, so it's pan to the left to 1, and the bottom collar here is the mic preamp gain. Those are like stepped controls, which is cool. The snare is assigned to track 2, pan to the right, so that's all I'm getting out of track 2 is just the snare drum, and again the gain is set down here with that. There's a little bit of EQ here, boosting some 50, and I'm cutting a little bit of 500, boosting a little bit of 4K, boosting a little 4K on the snare, also boosting some 500 and boosting some 100 on the snare. The toms, a little bit of 100 on the first rack tom, taking out a little 500, boosting a little 4K. Same thing here on the second rack tom. On the floor tom, I don't have any EQ. It's on the D strip that doesn't have the switchable frequency, so I haven't used it. They're all in the center here. And you can see I've got these panned out across track 3 and 4. Our track masters are over here, these big knobs, which are really cool. Track 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're all just set to 0. These are transformer balanced outputs, these 4 track outputs. So I use that so we can get a good idea of what this little mixer sounds like on these drum mics. Here's the back of the Interface Electronics Series 100, and here you can see some of the cables that I've connected over to the Sapphire Patchbay, including these 4 track outs that we're using today. All this I go through for you guys so I can make really cool videos with some of this gear. So you can see here where I've connected the mic inputs for the Interface Electronics mixer right here. These are the mic inputs 1 through 8. I'm using the first 5. And then these are the track outputs that come from basically the subgroups on the Interface Series 100. So I've added those to this Patchbay here, and then I'm using 4 1/4" to TT cables to come out of those subgroups. And I have those plugged into the tape sends over here on the big Patchbay on the Sapphire. So kick, snare, and toms. And then these are the overhead mics, and they're coming from the RTS preamps outputs over there. Let's see, can we see that? I don't know if you can even see that. It's over there. RTS preamps, over there. So here's the other part of the magic on overheads of using these RTS Systems Model 465 microphone preamplifiers. These have a little limiter that's built into them. It's an optical limiter. I'm not using those today. The gain controls here in these little recessed areas, and you need a tweaker screwdriver to adjust the mic gain. These were meant to be installed in an installation radio station, something like that, and set it and forget it. But they work great on drums. I've used these things on toms before, and today we're using them on overheads because they have Bayer mic input transformers which is the same, at least the same brand as the ones in the Interface Electronics Series 100 we're using for the rest of the mics. And these have phantom power, even though the switch for that is on the back, conveniently. Thanks, guys. Phantom power switch on the back. The drum mics are just the usual suspects, let's say. Audix i5s on this and the floor tom. That's an Audix D1 on the snare. Basically the same mic complements I've used in a lot of my videos. On the kick drum, I've got an Audix D6. I guess I haven't shot a clip of this in a while. It won't come out. I want to show you the D6, even though everybody's probably seen. There you go, there's the D6. I'm sure you've seen those before. I like the D6. It's a very modern kick drum mic. Oh, and there's the other i5 there on the floor tom. And I do point my mics kind of down and across the head because I'm not using a bottom mic and I want to get as much decay and resonance out of that as I can. Overhead mics are my pair of Audio-Technica Pro 37Rs. They still make this mic. It's the Pro 37 now. These actually say Pro 37R. I've had these for a long time. Just a pair of these guys in a spaced pair configuration. And those are going through the RTS 465 mic preamps. The only thing that isn't going through the Interface Electronics Series 100. There are really no indicator lights on this mixer other than the clip LEDs on the channels, and some of the meters are stuck, but they all work. So let's go ahead and hear what this sounds like recording some drums. Well, that was totally cool. That little mixer sounds fantastic. I really, really like it. It has a really nice sound. It's actually very quiet too. And other than some scratchy controls and things, it works fine. It sounds great. I was going to go into this thing and rebuild it, but I don't know that I need to. I'll probably just leave it like it is unless it actually gives me trouble. Maybe clean up a few more of the controls. Maybe try using the inserts as direct outputs next time. It's been a lot of fun experimenting with it here in the studio. I'm sure it's going to stick around here in the studio, and I'm going to make more videos about it coming up here on this channel. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Twin Creek Audio YouTube channel, and click the notification bell icon so you can get updates on when I upload new videos here on this channel, including more videos about the Interface Electronics Series 100 mixer. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have an excellent and wonderful day, night, evening, weekend, weekday, hour, minute, second, nanosecond, whatever it is you're having. Have a good one, and thanks again for watching.